Hello. So today we are going to do Leetcode 3-day challenge day 17. The problem is called number of islands. Okay, so the problem says we have a two-grid map of ones. One value represents land and 0 values represent water. And we want to count the number of islands. An island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands horizontally or vertically. So it didn't mention diagonally, so that's important here. You might assume all 4 edges of the grid are all surrounded by water. Yeah, so basically this means that something in the boundaries should be considered like on its left and like on the boundaries to the left or up or down or to the right for that matter should be considered water, right? So let's say this one here, you can see all these ones here are connected, right? So we just return one. Here, these ones are connected, but since we don't use diagonal connections, then this one is another island, and these two are another island. So we have 3. So I think this problem is just connected components, right? So since it's just counting the connected components, we could try DFS here. So let's do that. So we want to visit a cell with DFS here. So we need its coordinates. And let's say we just return 1 for one connected component and 0 for if the cell is like water, it's not part of a connected component or it's already visited, right? So what I'll be doing is while visiting, whenever I visit something to mark it visited, instead of having a set, I can just set the value to 0. So I'll just return the sum of visit for I and j. So those that are visited will be set to 0. So I'll end up only with the count of the connected components. So I will say for I in range of length of grid. So that's the rows, and for j in length of range of length of grid 0, right? I'm assuming the grid has at least size 1, right? But let's see if that constraint doesn't hold true. So that's j, and that's pretty much it here. So we want to return 0 at the end if it's not a connected component. And here we want to watch out for the range, that it's within the ranges. So for that, I needs to be bigger or equal to 0 and bigger than the length of the range of the grid. Sorry, I reversed that. So range of length of the grid. And for j to be in the same range as well. And we want the grid to have value 1. So and grid I and j equal to 1. So if all of this is true, then we visit it and mark it as visited, right? And then this is, so when we return 1, but because it's part of an island, but to prevent counting the same island multiple times, we'll visit here for we'll visit all of them. So it's just vertically and horizontally. So the neighbors are left, right, up, down, right? So when I visit, let's just maybe do a for loop here. So for let's call it I for neighbors. So they are neighbors in I and j in. So this one is in the next row, same column position, so vertically, and then we have 1 in the previous row, right? And then 1 in the previous column, so I j plus 1, and 1 in the next, sorry, this is the next column, and this is the previous column. And then we want to visit I think this should do it. Let's try it. Line 4. Let's just make this rows. So this is, yeah, it's not arranged. That's a mistake there. So, and this is columns. And let's use that here. Yeah, there is one here. Okay, so it's good for that one. Yeah, let's try. Okay, let's just submit. I think it should be good enough. Yep, so an empty list is definitely part of the list. So here, so we could just say if not grid, then just return 0. Okay. Okay, so that's accepted. Yeah, so all we are doing is just going through the neighbors list here and marking them as 0 so that we count each island just once, and then we go through the grid and get the sum of ones.